You would faint. Yes, you would. It's something like 800 something thousand, I believe. Because you have 10, then 30, then 80, then 200, then 500. 200,000, that is. Those are all in thousands, by the way. Which I've shown you. Alright, so now we're free to pretty much do what we want. So if you go over here to tier, you can see kind of different information here. So the store atmosphere, let's talk about this. It's important. The store atmosphere is essentially the kind of feel you get from the store. And it's changed by the table types, the counter types, the flooring types, the carpet types, and the wallpaper that you're using, or the wall types. And they'll affect your shop in either one of four directions. Either light, dark, gaudy, or plain. Where you're at on the scale for these will determine how likely it is that a certain character will come in. And also, there are times when there are only certain characters will only come in at certain, if your shop is a certain way. Like for example, Griff, who you need to get into the Obsidian Tower, which is the third dungeon that you can unlock. You have to have your shop down near dark in order for him to come in at all. Otherwise he will not come into your shop. So that's kind of how it all works. So, let's go down to merchant level. You can see what you have up to a certain point. But this is what you have for now. So starting level, customer sells, take orders, more items at the market. Fusion rank 1, change wallpaper, advanced orders, change floor, change carpet. Level 10 is your first expansion, shop expansion. All the way to 50. So what we're going to do right now, and here's lectures if you want to get bored to death again, is we're going to head out to the Adventurers Guild. Well, actually, let's do these first. A pro tip here is that any action you take out here only counts as one once you're out. So you can go to the town square, the chapel, and then the Adventurers Guild, all within the same slice of time. But if you go back to your shop, you'll go to the next slice of time. So if you go to the town square chapel, then back to the shop, then over to the Adventurers Guild, then you're not going to get back till night. So it's better to do whatever you have to do here, and then if you're going to go to the Adventurers Guild that day, do it right after you do all this stuff. However, I think you'll only be able to do one event in that area per day, even if there's multiple. Then again, I could be wrong on that. Let's see. And there are also some days where there are certain events that will only happen on that day as well. So if you're trying to see all the different events, well, good luck on that and completing the game as well in one loop. The one loop thing here pretty much assumes that you're not going to be trying to see all the events. So let's head to the market and get that spiel out of the way. I guess not. I thought there was a whole thing here for the market, but apparently not. So what you can buy here in the market is essentially necklaces, capes, scarves, shoes, rings, treasures and books and food, probably, and medicine as well. Medicines will allow you to increase your maximum HP for your adventure. Whereas things like rings will allow you to have certain other temporary effects. The medicine effects are permanent. Then you have your treasure share, books and whatnot. So let's go ahead and leave. Go up to the Adventurers Guild. So what I'm gonna do real quick here is I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go grab. So actually I haven't printed out that list of items yet, which is stupid of me. So I'm gonna go write those down real quick, and then we're gonna continue because I want to have that the list of items of importance in the order that they're important in for Jadeway before we go there. So I will be right. Alright, so I had to leave and come back in to fix that. So, I got them down for the Jadeway. It's all we're going to really need at the moment. So, the items that you want to keep in the order that you want to keep them are slime livers, slime stones, tails. All three of those are boss items, boss dropped items. And the rest of these are all items that are dropped by regular enemies at varying levels of rarity. So you get the, bring this microphone forward here. So you have the charred lizard, special inkwell water crystal. Charred lizard drops from those knolls. Special inkwell drops from I'm not sure, I can't remember really what it drops from, but they probably drop from more than one thing. Water crystals drop from knights. Water shrooms, I think, probably drop from mushrooms. Red oil, batwing, drop from eye bats. Nut mix, and honey, honey drops from bees mostly. All the other items pretty much you can either keep if you want to, but you don't necessarily want to keep. If you find one of these items I just listed off, you want to try and find a place in your inventory for it, because they're needed for other things, such as fusions or just plain selling them, or needed for even new adventurers. Like, for example, you need the slime liver and a charred lizard for Kailu in order to get him as an adventurer. Or rather, to get him to come to your shop and then start the flag for becoming an adventurer. So, let's go ahead and get to the Jadeway. Let me see. I want to bring along, let's do the Iron Armband. That'll give him some increased defense, and also some healing items here, just in case. So Jadeway, and floors 1 to 5. We're gonna go up to floor 10 on this trip. You want to try and complete the Jadeway either by day 8 or before it. But you yes, here we go. 8 SP consumption halved. That's a event that can happen. You definitely want to have it finished before you get to the second debt payment that is. That'll allow you to actually make the debt payment. So, rabbit and the mushroom there. Nothing dropped yet though. Buddies and levels. There's a chance that the boss, the second boss of the place will drop a charred lizard. But it's a fairly uncommon drop. It'll drop it about 50% of the time, maybe a little less than 50, maybe 35 to 40%. So if you want to get a bunch of them, just come through and fight all the way up to there a bunch of times. The key goal here is to get a bunch of ingredients that you can use for fusions later on. That'll help you boost your the amount of money that you have. The slime liver will drop by the slime king, who we'll find on the. Oh, cool. That's good. You want to keep that as well. That's needed for a fusion that'll make a lot of money for you later on. By the slime king on floor 5. That drop is a little bit rarer than the charred lizard from the second boss. If you find any unthankful statues while you're out here, just get rid of them because they don't sell for anything. Unless you're going to be selling them to maybe the girl or something who doesn't have that much. She has the least starting wad of anybody. Oh, any attention. Looking down at the list here to see what's going on. Alright, here. Yeah, 600. That's the lowest wallet of any of the other NPCs. But it increases pretty rapidly. So bees, when they attack you like that, they can stun you like that one did. And here's an example of the stun trap. It doesn't last nearly as long as it does from the bees, so. I'm not sure what level you should be before fighting the final boss of this place. I'd say what's more important is not really the level, but the equipment that you have. You want to have at least a tier 2 armor, if not maybe even 3, if you can get it by then. But being maybe like level 8, or actually almost up to 8, maybe level 9 or 10, if not even maybe up to 11 or 12, will probably be pretty good for that. News, SP consumption have still. Alright, I'd rather have the double XP, but you almost never get events happening in these floors, so that's pretty interesting. And this first dungeon is not floors. First time I've actually seen an ever in Jerry Way before. Usually an Ember Garden only. To start with. It's got a raincoat. B. Need a hive. And yes, I pulled that from ours. That lame pun. You pretty much want to keep everything from your first couple times in, because it'll inform, that'll form your kind of your base items that you have to sell. But once you get further in, you'll want to just start prioritizing really. A lot more. You don't want everything that drops you're not going to be picking up. You'll be picking up just, maybe most of what drops, but then, like for example, I'm not going to pick up the chest now. It's pretty much worthless. Even at this early stage of the game. But what you want to do, what you can do is you can pick that stuff up, and then once you get to a sufficient level, commercial level, you can buy vending machines that you can then stick that kind of junk in and sell them in bulk. But when you sell them through vending machines, you only sell them for their base price. So, for example, walnut bread's 100, so you can put a bunch of walnut bread in that machine, in the vending machine, and sell it for them all for 100. And then it would just sell for that, and you couldn't increase the value or decrease. I'm not sure if the price changes affect what's in the vending machine or not. So maybe good. Well, like if you have an item that's being sold for less, it may be a good way to keep that from affecting it, which I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up and let you know. But it's a good way to sell a lot of the junk items that aren't very expensive, like the chestnuts or the hats that are like 50, only like 50, or mufflers and things like that. They're really cheap, under 100, maybe even under 500 picks in terms of their general price. You may or may not be able to unlock vending machines. It depends really on how good you are with the chaining of item sales. And here's that frozen kind of thing I was talking about. This one can get really annoying in some later dungeons with some particular enemies. And I'll point out which ones they are later on in the dungeon. Oh, some honey. That can sell for about 2,000. But almost nobody can afford that right now. So you don't want to put that out on your shop display. Oh crap. The tuna fish. Oh, we're already out of space, huh? Let's see that chocolate bar I found. Actually, I have two, don't I? Oh, that was egg toast there, bro. Okay, so we got a bow, a long bow. That's nice. Getting a lot of good price things, though. It's interesting. Usually you don't get tier 2 stuff in here. That longbow's a tier 2 one, so are some of the other things they found. Again, have to use items. And I just want to pick up everything I find at this point in time, so I'm just going to use healing items as I need to. Or other items. I need to either to heal or to clear my inventory. I guess I might drop some things if I need to. That's going to be a rare kind of event. So you want to make sure you have a lot of smaller items for sale initially. It's not really necessary later on to get enough, get everyone to their first level, reputation level, but starting off, especially with dealing with a girl NPC. And here we go, the crowned slime. Now this guy has a really annoying ability here. He'll jump around, but also he'll be able to absorb those smaller slimes and increase in size, as you see there. So the way to deal with him is to kill the small slimes first, and then deal with them. Because he'll just decrease in size over time. And he won't be able to do too much damage until he gets around one more size smaller. He also jump further to the smaller areas. So that's something to watch out for. And what determines his back and front and side is really the last direction he's moved in. Got him. So he didn't drop anything that time. Now we got a full inventory. Well, let's see if we can do some healing here. I really don't want to use that honey yet. Let's throw out the fur ball. We'll keep the slimes though. How about the insect trap? 120. We'll keep it for now. The hats. And that's Louis, so we'll keep that. So I guess we'll go to the next one. We'll have to bypass some items, but they really recommend that you should do this. Get to the, get past the 10th or to the 10th level before on the soonest possible day. Okay, that's nice. Cloth cape is worth 2,000 picks. So that's a nice, another nice item there. Again, you're not going to really be selling it too much to anybody really too soon here. That's good for a week 2 item. For let's see. We've got some candy. Pick up that orange. So sweet items will generally heal your SP, while regular food items will heal your HP. So candy, honey, chocolate, all that will heal your SP, while oranges, walnut bread, egg toast and things will heal your HP. So I need to deal with 2 items here. Okay, we'll drop the slime fluid. Let's see, wooden helm. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that. Definitely. Let's go back up there and kill all those enemies, jeez. Look at all those guys up there. For the experience here. Level 10. I think this is one of those tentacle guys. Oh, no, it's a red stone. So I didn't really have to get there. Can't carry that walnut bread anyway. So leveling up pretty good here, though. Level 10's pretty good by now. Still have another whole 5 levels on top of the ones we're doing right now. So probably get to level 13 or 14, I think. By the time we get up there to fight the boss of this area. Let's get those other slime fluids that we have. Focus staff. I might have picked up a charred lizard from a couple of those guys. We won't know until we actually have it. Let's see. Water shroom, yeah. Now, some of these items you're not going to want to sell right away. Or maybe you will, I don't know, it depends. But if you don't sell them, you can get a nice little cash built up of ingredients for a fusion. And you can get a lot of money that way. A lot of the tier 1 fusion items are pretty good in terms of their price. Azure necklaces, which take a charred lizard and that green necklace, I think it's a tree necklace, or shell necklace, will be able to be sold for about 14,000 a pop on normal demand. On higher demand, you can go a little bit higher on the price. 14 is about the general average price for everyone. I'm taking all the averages. Let's see, screw the honey, that's too expensive anyway. that was a quest. Yeah, level up. Dead end, huh? Alright. Sit over this way. There's a bomb, like I mentioned. Those do a lot of damage and can kill regular enemies as well. Not sure what it is. But they only drop slime fluid. Let's throw the hat away. You should really try and collect as many ingredients as possible on the outset. Let's see. Let's drop this for a second and see what this is. Thief's knife, okay, we'll keep that. That's gonna be more. The raincoat is, I believe, 400, and the thief's knife is like, yeah, 34. So it's a really nice item for the second week. Or if you manage to get somebody up to a tier reputation rank 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Oops. So for this boss, there's only really one way to beat him. You have to make him eat these purple mushrooms. First you have to damage him once so that he'll actually eat them. Then you have to destroy these red ones. Crap, and try not to die too. So the red ones will heal him properly. The purple ones will make him fall over like this for a little while. See, I hope I have a healing item here. I don't. Okay, this could be interesting. I'll try and stay away from him as much as possible. He also has a bubble attack, you see there. If he has to take a red one so I can live a little bit longer, then that's fine, as long as he doesn't get too many. Yeah, he heals 55 HP. It's actually more than I remember it doing. Alright, let's see. Got him. Now that was kind of difficult. You have to really play it in a measured fashion. Alright, so we're definitely leaving.